Happy Tuesday, beginning of a new week here. Today at Art of Skincare, my topic today is the eyes. And so we're gonna have some fun talking about the eyes, how to properly take care of the eye area from the inside out. So yes, happy Tuesday. Good morning, good morning. Thank you everyone for joining me. Let me get my notes lined up here and we will be good to get started. Let's see. Oh, stop that. Sorry. One of my apps is of course trying to do an update. So I'm gonna cancel it. Okay, now I can get our notes up so that I can see what's happening. Great, can see questions. So the way I like to run this is that we are gonna start first with my topic. And I'm just gonna give you a generalized run through on all of my thoughts and what I have found in the skincare industry, what's working for me, what's working for my clients around the eye area. And then I'm gonna open it up for questions after that. So be sure, as we're going, if you have questions that pop up, go ahead and type them in. Just know that I'll be going back and looking at those questions after I get through my little talk about everything. So now I'm going to bring up my notes. Here we go. All right. So, many times the eyes are talked about as the windows to our soul. And it's really true, I feel, that you can tell the health of a person by their eyes, by the clarity or the sparkle in their eye, or by the circles under the eyes, so the puffiness in the eye area. All of those can be indications for us about our health. And just think about it. If we don't get enough sleep, that shows up in the eyes. If we're not hydrated enough, that shows up as crepiness around the eyes and dark circles under the eyes when we're having allergies. A big topic with the eyes is the liver. If we have stagnation in the body and our liver is not processing toxins the way it should, we're gonna have dark circles under the eyes and we're gonna have other issues going on. So that's the first place that I want to start with eye health, is making sure that you have a really clean, healthy diet. That's gonna be so important for your eyes as well as your skin, your whole body. I want all of you guys to be really healthy. So that means drinking clean water, getting a lot of good leafy green vegetables in your diet, just handfuls of kale and chard in your diet every single day are so important for your total health and your eye health. And then exercise every single day. Even if you're not doing a full-on workout, every single day you've got to be moving your body. It's just so important to the health of your skin and the health of your eyes. And when we move our body, we reduce that stagnation, it gets the lymph moving and it cleans everything out and it just keeps us so much healthier. There have been some studies that show that women over the age of 65 who do aerobic exercise every day have younger skin, younger looking skin. So I'm just gonna put that plug in there. I think I did it last week too, is just being really conscious of that. Now, a support supplement that I like to take, there's many of them out there. Maybe you have a favorite one you like to take. Today, I'm going to be showing you the ones that I like to take. There's more than just what I have and what I take out there in the market. Maybe your doctor or natural doctor has recommended something else. That's okay, but a nice thing to do to support your body is with a supplement for the liver. The one that I really love to use, it's from Hum Nutrition. This is called Wingman. And Wingman really detoxifies that liver. It's gonna give you the support from dandelion and milk thistle to help open up those bile ducts, open up the channels of the liver, flush things through. And having that milk thistle in there, it's also going to help to regenerate any damaged tissue. So when we drink alcohol, we do different things that can damage that tissue. of the liver, we want to be always having that healthy regeneration going on, and wingman helps with that. So those are some important herbs to look out for is dandelion root and milk thistle. You can drink them in a tea, you can take them in a supplement like I do, and they'll be really helpful for keeping those dark circles away. And the other side benefit of that is a lot of our acne clients take this remedy. What happens is that the liver holds on to your hormones and the negative hormones. Many times that buildup, we get this buildup of negative hormones. And when we take Wingman, it helps to reduce that, to clean that out of there. And then we see less hormonal breakouts going on with our acne clients as well. So just an all-around great support for you. So the next thing that we're going to talk about after detoxification and body health, total health, is exfoliation. So we know, right? You know that for your face, you need to increase exfoliation so that you can increase cell regeneration, and so you have those healthy, more vibrant skin cells coming to the surface. But did you know that you also need to do that for the tissue around your eyes? However, we know that the tissue around the eyes is really super sensitive and delicate, so you've got to be careful about what you choose. I have two things that I like to use with my clients. One of them I'm going to show you right now. It's an enzyme. This is, actually I'm going to show you kind of two enzymes. This one is purely enzyme. This is Rhonda Allison's Pro Youth, and it's called Dermazyme. Dermazyme is a gommage that melts into a liquid. So you can see here when I put some on, this is a brand new bottle, so it might take me a minute. You know, Rhonda Allison's bottles always take a little bit to prime. There we go. It takes such a teeny tiny amount. That is enough for both eyes. When you first start to rub this, it feels kind of thick and like a thicker gel. What you want to do is massage it very gently all around the eye area. And as you keep massaging, this is on dry skin, clean dry skin, as you keep massaging, it will begin to turn to a liquid. All of a sudden, it's going to feel really watery. And it's doing that for me now. It's starting to feel very watery. And then it'll start to feel, and just keep massaging away all around upper and lower eyelid, in your eyebrows, over on your crow's feet. And after it gets liquid, you keep massaging, and then it'll start to get chunky as it's picking up dry, dead skin cells. Once you do that, there it goes. Now mine is starting to get this little bit of a gritty feel. It's picking up the dead skin cells and it's rolling them around, and then you're just gonna rinse it off. Now I do this treatment once a week. This is the fabulous exfoliation for that dry area around your eyes. So if you get crepey eyes, crepey eyelids, or just dry skin, and you feel like no matter what moisturizer you're putting on, your skin is just sucking it up and it's dry again. Well, if you have a layer of dead, dull skin cells on the surface and you put moisturizer on, it just stays on the surface, and those skin cells block it from really getting in, those moisturizers and serums from really getting into that eye area. So by removing that top layer of dead, dry skin cells, your moisturizers and serums are going to penetrate better, and your eye makeup is going to lay much better. Let me grab, I did not grab myself a towel. Let me get a towel really quick. Okay, so I wiped off my Dermazyme. Now the other eye exfoliant that I want to show you is also by Rhonda Allison. This one is called Moisture Eye Zyme. Now the difference between these is that this is, the Dermazyme was one that you can use once a week and remove it. Moisture Eye Zyme is an enzyme that you can use. Some clients can use it every single night, or you can use it 2 or 3 nights a week. You can put it on, wait 10 to 15 minutes, leave it on, and put your regular eye cream over the top of it. This is an enzyme that also has some very gentle lactic acid in it. So lactic acid is that acid that helps loosen the bonds between those dead cells so that they can shed, but it's also a water loving acid. So it's going to attract water hydration into the skin. So Moisture Enzyme is pretty amazing. It has probiotics, antioxidants, and hyaluronic acid, all for that eye area. So it's really about having a stronger, healthier skin barrier around the eyes. So some people notice that they get little bumps on the inside of their eyes, right in here, dry skin around the eyes, crepey skin around the eyes, or even dark pigment buildup around the eye area. This product, Moisture Enzyme, is that key product that's going to go after those things. If you tend to get milia around the eyes, this is going to help exfoliate that gently so that you don't have the bumps or you don't have the milia forming on your eye skin. So that's down in the notes, so you can look down there and see what we have, where it's listed, what the name of the product is, and where to find it. Now, sometimes people ask me, can you use retinol on the eye area? My experience with retinol, straight up retinol in the eye area is some people can handle it, some people can't. I've used a retinol eye cream that I was testing for a doctor friend one time, and I ended up with one of those irritated red round, it looks like a cigarette burn that you can sometimes get from a stronger retinol product. He had a lot of retinol in that little eye cream. And I got this red spot that lasted here for almost a year before it went away. So for me, I cannot use an eye serum or an eye cream that has much retinol. A little tiny bit of retinol I can get away with. And so one thing that I like to treat my clients with, and that I will recommend if there's a lot of damaged tissue around the eyes that really needs rejuvenating, is sometimes I'll pull out Rhonda Allison's Synergy A. Synergy A, you can use that on the eyelid, around the eye, but only once a week. And I would do a test patch on it first just to see how you do. But Synergy A is using a very gentle form of retinol called retinaldehyde. So we don't generally see those kind of adverse side effects that you can get from using the stronger retinol serums. So that's just a quick aside on using retinol around the eye area. So now what I want to do is I want to dive into specific eye concerns and how I work with them, and specifically what products I choose for them. Now, there are a lot of products out there on the market. I have not tested every product on the market by any means. I have select products that I hand curate and bring into Artist Skincare, and working with those with many clients and myself, I come to learn which ones of those work best for which conditions. So I'm going to share those ones with you. It doesn't mean that another brand might have something that also works for that. They may have it and I just don't know about it, and I'm not working with that product line. I'm going to share with you what's worked for my clients and what works for me. So we talked about that the face, we know it needs exfoliation. Well, the other thing that we come to know with advanced skincare, we come to know that you need professional strength, right? If you're using over-the-counter anti-aging products, you're not going to get very good results. And sometimes I have clients in their 30s that can get away with that. Once they hit 40 and above, it's not working for them at all anymore. So super important to choose professional strength products. Those are usually products that are just sold by estheticians or they're sold by doctors. All of the products that I sell are professional products, and they're generally only sold through an esthetician. So you can get them from me because I'm an esthetician and I have that license to provide them for you. So first tip, go with professional strength products when you're treating any kind of anti-aging, but especially when you're treating the eye area. Many times the eye area is where we see our first signs of aging, and so that we want to be using the best products that we can use for that area. So that said, the other thing is that when we treat the face, we usually use a serum, right? In advanced skincare, once we're really looking at preventative care and even care to reverse damage, we're using a serum first because serums are lighter, smaller molecules are getting in there, they're doing that deeper work, and then we're using a cream with them. So just like we do for the face, I'm recommending all the kinds of serums to you guys all the time. And then I'm recommending a moisturizer that goes over the top. And sometimes it's almost like the moisturizer is not as important as the serum, because serums are they're like superfoods. Those are the superfoods of our skincare routine, and they generate the most visible benefits to the skin. So with the eyes, it's oftentimes the same thing. And you'll see as I'm recommending things, I'm often recommending an eye serum. Some people who have a more normal to oily skin type can get away with just using an eye serum and not necessarily putting a cream on top of it. Most of the rest of us who are more normal combination and drier skin types, we're gonna find that we'll use a serum, and then many times we're gonna wanna put a cream on top of it, an eye cream, especially in this outer area where we get the crow's feet and more of that going on. We're often going to want to do some layering in that area, depending on the kind of symptoms or concerns that we have around the eye area. So number one, let's start with just some application things. I'm gonna put a link on this video so that you can go read my blog on how to correctly apply your eye creams. Super important. With a serum, most of our serums can be applied right on the underside of the orbital bone and all the way up around the eye. And generally serums are not gonna be a problem when you get that close to the eye. Some people it might be if you have really oily eyes, but most people can use a serum in and get closer to the lash line. When you use a cream, you cannot use a cream that close to your eyelid. It will cause eye irritation, it'll cause puffiness. I have so many people that say to me, oh, I can't use eye creams, they don't work for me. It's not that eye creams don't work for you, it's that you've got to apply them correctly. So when you're applying an eye cream, you want to stay out on the orbital bone. So down here, this is your orbital bone that you can feel in here. You don't want to be up inside the orbital bone, you want to be right on top of the orbital bone with your eye creams. Okay, keeping it out in that area is going to prevent puffiness, eye irritation, everything like that. And what you need to know is putting it in this area, it's going to travel. And if you get in too close, it's going to travel right into your eye. So getting out here, it's still going to travel and get to those problem areas, but it's not going to cause all that irritation. So I'm going to go through and show you some of my favorite serums and creams. But before I do that, last week you guys were asking me about the Bridget Kettner's, the MBK Eye Rejuvenator. We just launched it on our website. It's in our reward center. And I just want to share with you guys, what is the tool, what does it do, and how do you use it? So this is what it looks like. This is the Eye Rejuvenator. This is a microcurrent device using a very low, gentle level microcurrent, but it is in a nice small little tip. It's made specifically for the eye area. So many times I have people ask me, can I use the TMP on my eyelid and in my eye area? Can I use the curve in this area? You cannot use those devices where this device can go. For one thing, they're too big. For the other thing, they're too strong and they're not safe to be used on the eye area. This tool has this little silver band right here. So you have to, while you're using it, you need to make sure that you have at least one finger touching this silver band. So it's going to run microcurrent from your fingers up to your eye area to where this touches. So I'm going to have this nice microcurrent connection going on here as I'm working this eye area. If I don't have my fingers on that area, all I'm going to get is a heat transfer. So heat can be good. Heat can help with product penetration, but it's not going to do what microcurrent does. So you got to make sure that your fingers are touching this. Now, some of you maybe have had the MBK since before I started selling it. The old MBK had a silver area down here where you had to keep your thumb on it. They've moved it out to this outer edge. That makes it much easier to keep your fingers touching that silver area where you need it. This is a titanium head. It warms up to body temperature. However, I find it actually gets warmer and warmer as it's on. I don't find that it's caused any hyperpigmentation. It actually feels good. I've never had it feel like it burns the skin. What this does, it's a microcurrent device, so it's gonna go in and it's gonna get the blood circulating, lymph circulating. It's gonna get the muscle tissue getting fresh blood and circulation going. So it's gonna make all of these tissues healthier. It's gonna reduce dark circles, puffiness. It's gonna help to revitalize the muscle tissues so the skin will be firmer. With this device, it has three, when you turn it on, it has 3 different sessions before it turns off. So it'll go for 90 seconds, it'll beep, go for another 90 seconds, beep, and then another. And the way you use that is that you're gonna do massage until you hear the beep. When you hear the beep, you're gonna go ahead and switch over to the other eye and do this eye. And then when it beeps again, they should have changed the name, it should be eye and lip rejuvenator, because the 3rd time is when you use it around your mouth and on the lip lines and even the nasal labial fold. This muscle that goes down along here tends to get stagnant and stretch and lose its elasticity. So a good muscle to do when you're doing this also is just stimulating this little muscle that runs down from the eye to the corner of the mouth here, because that's going to help lift the lip area. As we age, our nose, our lip, all this starts to kind of droop here. So we want to keep that muscle active and lifted there. So you can use it on the eye area. I will also use it on my little crow's feet, and I'll use a cross fiber friction when I'm doing that with the microcurrent, because I want to go across that little line. If you wanted to do some cross fiber on your forehead, you could be up and down. You want something quick and easy that you do every single day, because it's such a short amount of time. You don't have to say, oh, you can only do it every other day, or you only can do it a couple times a week. You can actually do this every single day, similar to how you've heard me share that I use the TMP, because I will use the TMP for just 90 seconds on my face as I'm working in my cavipla foam, and that's it. I never do the TMP for long treatments. I use it on its lowest setting, and I just use it to push those products in. As soon as the product's pushed in, I turn it off and I'm done with it. So that is the same way that you can use the eye rejuvenator. Now the eye rejuvenator, the technique is just an upward lifting and massaging in this area. And then you want to get in and during that 90 seconds, just do a couple holds where the acupressure points of the eye are. So I'm getting a chart put up on the website. I noticed we didn't have that last night. So I'm going to get a chart up for you guys that actually show you where those acupressure points are. And that's where you can then hold, hold, hold. So very helpful. So I wanted to show you this device. This is that device that's going to take your eye serums and your eye creams to the next level, because not only is it doing that microcurrent stuff, but it's also increasing product penetration, because it's helping to open the skin and allow those serums and special ingredients into the skin. So using your serum or your cream with this is going to help drive that deeper into the skin. And so you're going to get more for your money out of your serums. Kind of like the My Skin Buddy, right? The My Skin Buddy enhances that product penetration, and so it's enhancing the value of the serums that you use. So that I wanted to show you real quick. And now we're going to dive into concerns by, what's your concern? Let's dial up those concerns. I'm going to get my little list started here. So I started with my number 1 concern for my eyes, and that is on my eyelids, I get droopiness. Okay, in particular, this eyelid droops more than the other eyelids. So I get this concern from my clients a lot too. I have droopy eyelids, what should I do? And a lot of your eye creams you can't even put in this area because they're gonna cause irritation and problems, and they're not gonna go after the droopy eyelid. So some of your serums do go after that. I'm gonna grab a couple of them. that I know that go after that really well. One of them is the Neogenesis eye serum. I love this eye serum. It treats so many degenerative problems around the eyes. However, I can't use it during the day. If I use this during the day, then my makeup and everything just rolls off. So I'm more apt to use this one at nighttime. And it's going to help with lines, dark circles, and also with firming that upper eyelid. And it can go right on that eyelid area. My very favorite product is from Nelly DeVost. This is her eye contour gel. This has a roller ball. Some people get frustrated by this packaging. I have to tell you, when you're storing it, store it cap side down so that this little ball on here stays wet. Mine's nice and wet. So before you start to use it, keep it stored this direction, shake it really good so the ball gets loosened up. Then I do one swipe on my hand to make sure, hopefully you can see that. I have a nice wet stripe there so I know it's working. And then I can get in, and you want to go all the way up through your eyebrow, right? Because if you have drooping eyelids, it's starting up here. It's not just starting below the eyebrow. So take it all the way up through the eyebrow, then come underneath the eye. Will also help with puffiness under the eyes, and apply it there as well. Then you can take your eye rejuvenator and you can work this into the eye area. Feels so good, and I don't even have it turned on. So that is my #1 favorite thing for those droopy eyelids. Some people will find, especially if you have drier skin, you're gonna find if you use a serum like this during the day that you're also going to need a cream for that area of the crow's feet, the drier area, just getting out on this bone right here. So when you have that, the products that I pull, my favorites, I'm gonna show you. I have 2, and they get just absolutely, like this one's Michelle Corley's Plump and Renew. Oh no, I grabbed the wrong bottle. It looks just like this, but it's Michelle Corley's Botanical Rejuvenating Eye Cream. What's the name on it? Everything of hers has such a long name. Okay, Peptide Rich Radiant Eye Cream. The Peptide Rich Radiant Eye Cream is amazing to layer on top of this and to go after any cross-hatching lines under the eyes or crow's feet out here. Great all-around product. For those people who tell me that nothing works, many times they love Is Clinical Youth Eye Complex. This is another little cream that can go down in that area, and it might be worth giving a try if you have that kind of stubbornness going on. But we're gonna keep working on, because there's some other things, like let's go from droopy eyelids, let's go to sunken under eye area. I don't have that, but I have some people who I love very much who do have that, and it often happens as you start to lose that fat pad underneath the eye. So if you've got sunken under eye area, you need that Mitama. #1 thing, you need the Mitama. Second thing to go after that, I'm seeing great results, is with this product from Sculpla. This is the Sculpla Promoter Repair Eye Cream. Has a cool little metal dispenser up here, which is really nice because it has a nice feel. It's really nice and cool as you apply, so it can take away puffiness under the eyes too. But anyone with more advanced signs of aging, with that fat pad loss, you've got the sunken eyelids, or you've got some really deep permanent lines around the eyes. Sometimes I will take this one and go up, because when I smile, I get these lines up here too. And if I take this up in here, I will see a real reduction in those lines as well. So sunken eyes, this is your friend, along with the Mitama. I have to do both eyes now. We're talking. Little whiskers, get little kitty whiskers, take it in there. Oftentimes people who've had Botox, if you've had Botox, you might notice that you get more kitty whiskers than you used to before, and that's a natural phenomenon from that. And so yeah, put your creams and your serums in that area. It really helps. Also lips. I use this on my lips and I love it for there as well. Okay, so we've covered sunken eyes, we've covered hooded eyes. Let's go to dark circles. Dark circles come in two varieties. So one kind of dark circle under the eye is caused because the skin area is just so thin that you can see the blood pooling up underneath the skin area, and it tends to look really like a bruisey or blue, kind of bruisey look underneath the eyes. That's probably what we call true dark circles under the eyes. So of course the Mitama takes care of that. Skincare wise, a serum that my clients with that just love is from SkinScript. So it's really reasonably priced and it's a beautiful serum. It's called Peptide Eye Serum. This peptide eye serum really goes after and makes a difference with those dark circles underneath the eyes. Now, peptide eye serum also has a peptide eye cream. So those of you who love this and it works really well for your dark circles, you can use the peptide eye cream from SkinScript to treat the crow's feet and lines out in that area. Now, another product that people love, especially if you're, oh, I didn't grab one, so I'm just gonna tell you about it, and I listed it below. For those people who get dark circles under the eyes from not enough sleep, right? Maybe you've got babies at home or you just have trouble sleeping at night. We have trouble when we have babies. Women, as women, we have trouble sleeping when we have babies waking us up all night. And then when we hit menopause, we have trouble sleeping again. And so the product that goes after those dark circles is from Hale and Hush, and it's their eye mousse. So check that one out. I have it linked below. And you could use this eye serum with that eye mousse, and that eye mousse it's more like a cream, so you're not going to have to apply anything on top of that. But you could use the two of these together very well, or the eye mousse might be just enough for you. For those who are hitting your menopausal years, usually with menopause, we get dry skin as well. So when we're not getting enough sleep and we're having drier skin and the lines are deepening, that serum to go after that in those first 10 years of menopause or pre-menopause is the Emapel serum. This is an Emapel eye serum. So it's actually Emapel eye cream. Sorry about that. I don't want to get you confused and have you looking for the wrong thing. It is actually an eye cream. This really goes after those hormone-related problems around the eyes. Love it. It's not too heavy. It's nice and light, and I haven't had anybody getting eye irritation or any kind of other problems from this product. So that's a good one to know about. Other kind of dark circles under the eyes. So many people, especially if you're a darker skin type, you can get a collection of dark pigment around the eyes. So maybe you get dark brown spots here or there, right? But some people also get the dark brown spots under the eyes or even around the eyes, so that you have this buildup of dark pigment there. Now, if you're treating that kind of brown pigment on the skin with a product that's designed for dark circles that are more the bruisey kind of dark circles, it's not gonna work for you. What you need is to be sure you're using moisturizer, be sure you're increasing the exfoliation around there, do your weekly dermazyme peel around the eye area, and then you need to go after it with Clinical's C-Eye Advanced Serum. This is a vitamin C serum specifically made for the eye area. So it's really, that vitamin C is really gonna go after that darker pigment, help brighten and lighten that up, and it's also gonna gently exfoliate the area, and it's gonna provide really good antioxidant protection, because a lot of times that dark pigment is caused by sun and sun damage. So Clinical Eye Serum is fantastic. If you also have crow's feet and other things going on, that's when you're gonna grab your your youth complex, and you're gonna put that eye youth complex on the lines and wrinkles. So it'll go right on top of this. This will be your serum. It's gonna be your lightening and your brightening, and then you're gonna put your cream on to seal it in and protect the area with moisture. Okay, so puffy eyes. So under eye puffy eyes, I've talked about this with you guys before. So there's some people who have a genetic puff. underneath that eye area. And you know it's genetic because your relatives have it, your mom has it, your dad, and you've had it since you were probably 8 or 9 years old, right? This little puff right there. Nothing I can do is going to touch that. So I don't want to give you false hope and have you going off and buying this device or buying the serum thinking that you're going to correct that. You cannot correct that. You can get used to it, accept it, embrace it as part of your heritage, or you can go get plastic surgery and you can have it removed, but no tool or device and no cream is going to get rid of that. Okay? That said, if you get puffy eyes from lack of sleep, drinking wine at night, allergies, any of those kind of puffy eye problems, Mitama takes care of that. Gone. Other things that help with the puffy eyes, let's see if, did I mark it on here? I think I'm gonna have to go in and add for you guys because I left puffy eyes out. So puffy eye area problems, Michelle Corley's eye serum works great for that. The Nelly DeVos eye contour gel also works great for that. We have some pads, some wrinkle pads from Lemieux, TGFB eye wrinkle pads. And those pads lay on the eye. You only leave them on for 15 to 20 minutes. Take it off. Don't rinse or anything, but when you take them off, that bag under the eye is just gone. So there's your tip for the people with that puffy under eye area. Let's see what else I have here. I don't want to miss. Crow's feet, I just stuck that in there because that's one of those beginning things that people really worry about. And I have to tell you that what people love most for those crow's feet, especially if you're just beginning or if you have oilier skin, is the peptide eye gel from Michelle Corley and also her cream. Both of those work beautifully on that area where you get crow's feet. So for those people who are working on preventative aging, maybe you're in your early 30s or maybe even in your late 20s and you're just starting to see some lines going on right there. Many of those people love the peptide eye serum from Michelle Corley, or they love, and I didn't bring it with me, but because I'm not that person, right? I'm older, deeper lines, but a lot of my younger people love from Sorella. It's called Yogurt Kale Eye Concentrate. That is fantastic. And so it doesn't actually have yogurt in it. It is vegan. It just has that yogurt consistency to it. But that product is wonderful for those people just starting to see some signs, wanting to do some preventative aging. That product is fantastic. I want to give some awards out, right? So best all around benefits that just help a little bit with everything, do a great job all around. Top sellers are going to be our Is Clinical Youth Complex. And what's the other award go to? Oh, Michelle Corley's Peptide Rich Radiant Eye Cream. These two are probably those two most popular, well-rounded, goes after everything kind of products. If you're on a budget, or if you have acne or you're on a budget, our best-selling eye cream is from Bion, and it's called Bion Youthful Eyes Peptide Cream. It's the best value for your money because Bion, we know, it has really simple packaging. Not fancy at all. That's how they keep the price down, but the formulations and the product ingredients are top-notch. The pharmacist who puts these together, he does a phenomenal, amazing job. And so he's able to keep that price down. So if you're looking for that budget-friendly eye cream that does a great job all around, that's the Bion Youthful Eyes. And I think I did it. I think I pretty much covered all of my favorite eye products. I'm gonna go now over to YouTube, where you guys are hanging out. And I'm gonna go to the beginning and I'm gonna find your questions. So let's go up here and see where the questions went. Okay, here's, thank you for all the compliments right off the bat and welcoming to this broadcast. I love you guys. You really make my day, and all your compliments and your encouragement are what keep me coming back and doing this. So thank you so much. Terry Lynn wants to know, what's your go-to eye cream? My go-to eye cream, because I have a couple of these in my cupboard, right? Because I'm that junkie and it gets to bring everything home. But as far as a cream, not a serum, my go-to eye cream is most often from Is Clinical. It's the Youth Eye Complex. Now, I don't have enough information yet on this, so this is what I'm using every day right now, because this is brand new from Emma Pell. This is their eye cream. Emma Pell is designed for those people in that menopausal window, those 10 years, you know, the years prior and after menopause. It's about a 10-year window when we see the most loss of collagen. And they just came out with this in the last month. And so right now, this is what I am using. Prior to this eye youth was living on my counter because I get these cross-hatching lines going underneath here, and only 2 products that I have that have really gone after those cross-hatching and deeper lines, and that has been the Sculpla Promoter Repair Eye Cream and the Is Clinical that go after those deeper lines. I am now using Emma Pell because I've got to test it for you guys. If I don't test it and know exactly how it works, then I don't know who to recommend it and how to recommend it. So that's what I'm using right now. I am seeing really good results with this. So I'm that person who, when I smile, my crow's feet were here. I'm gonna always have crow's feet. Everybody is. When you smile, you're gonna have some smile lines. But I was getting a buildup of what we call elastosis on top of the crow's feet. So it almost looks like another little layer of skin building up on top of the skin, a layer of wrinkles on top of the wrinkles. No fun. So I've been using the Emma Pell, and I have to tell you that it has seriously reduced the glycation and the elastosis that I had going on in that eye area. And that was something that the other 2 products that I showed you couldn't touch. The Sculpla one would actually soften it all up so it would look a lot better, but nothing actually was removing it. So far, my experience with this eye serum is that it's actually removing that damaged elastin and the damaged peptides, those stiff peptides on the skin that we don't want. It's actually going in and getting rid of those. So that's what I'm doing. Let's go to our next question. Anna. April, she started smoking some cannabis at bedtime. Now I wake up with puffy or under eye, and one superfine line has become more of a fine wrinkle. What do you recommend? I recommend not smoking. So what I recommend is get your cannabis through a tincture or a chewy or a soft gel, something like that. I don't recommend ever smoking and putting that through your lungs. The smoke is so fine, it gets into your skin tissues. Just smoking anything is just not a good idea for us human beings. So much better to take it as an internal supplement. Justin says his face feels dry. Do you have a boost that will make my face more hydrated? So yes, Justin, you need a balance with everything that you're using. So my first recommendation to you is to go to our website and for $30 purchase a customized protocol. With that, my estheticians and I will help you. We'll create a protocol with you that'll help balance that out so you're not having it. Off the top of my head, I would tell you right away, Neogenesis Booster Serum. That booster serum softens up the dehydration lines, smooths the skin out, amazing. The other product would be Rhonda Ellison's, it used to be called C-Gems. Now it's called DNA Age Reversal. And that also really puts that water hydration into the skin and really works with that dehydration and really boost your moisturizer. Now, all of that's water boosting. So what if you're oil dry? So if you actually have skin that's not getting enough oil and you don't have visible pores, usually you know if you don't have visible pores on your face, then you're probably oil dry. I'm not oil dry too much because I do have real visible pores through this area. But if you're oil dry, that's when you're going to want to pick up one of our oil serums. After you put everything else on, you might want to use like Rhonda Allison's Infused 7 or one of her grapeseed serums. You're just going to put a few drops on your fingers, rub them together, and then just pat on a very, very light layer of that oil on top, and that oil is going to give you that missing oil that you don't have, and it's also going to help seal in that water hydration that you need. So that's my answer, Justin, and it varies depending on your age and who you are and your skin type. One booster that works for one person might not be the right one for another person, but there's some things to start with. SL says, I noticed that when I stopped drinking soda and started drinking water, my skin looked and felt so much better. You know what? I have to 100% agree with you. In my family, we love mineral water. We love Perrier and all of that. But this year, I found that I had the same problem. I had to completely cut it out because, for one thing, when I'm drinking that, I'm not drinking water. And so I'm getting dehydrated. Mineral water doesn't take care of dehydration. You're still going to see dehydration lines when you have that. The other problem I had was bloating, terrible bloating in my midsection from drinking the carbonated water. So I'm just like you. I love to drink fun things. And so I've eliminated all those carbonated things and drinking a lot more water, and it does make a huge, huge difference. What are the best treatments for milia under the eyes? So milia under the eyes, you don't want to use L-ascorbic acid. So that's a form of vitamin C. Some form of vitamin C are okay, and some are not for people who have milia. So check anything you're using on your eye area, make sure you're not using L-ascorbic acid, and then grab the Moisturizyme. This is your nighttime buddy. Use this every night in that area to help bring those up and eliminate those in that area. Milia is also often caused by a compromised skin barrier. So that's another reason why the Moisturizyme is so important. It has those good probiotics in there, good moisture in there. It's really going to help balance and strengthen your skin barrier so it's not reactive and forming those milia. Please repeat best eye cream for older women. Okay, best all around eye cream, older women. Got my little collection here. I'm gonna pull Sculpla Promoter Repair Eye Cream. Amazing stuff. I love that eye cream. So that would be the place to start. Also Michelle Corley's Peptide Eye Cream. Also many of my older clients really love that one as well. But if you're still not seeing a change in the lines and things like that, or you have the sunken eyes and all that going on with it, grab this little puppy. It's amazing. It's called Sculpla Promoter Repair Eye Cream. Now, this might not say Sculpla anymore on the new bottles because they've rebranded and now they're calling it HOP. And I can't tell you what HOP stands for because I can't think of it right now, but it has to do with the PLLA in there. But it's now called HOP instead of Sculpla, and the brand name is Tove. So when you go to our website and you're looking for it, you can go to the brand Tove and then look for the eye cream and you'll find it there. You could also, just in the search bar, type promoter, and that'll take you right there. Okay. Do you use Sculpla daily? Yes, I use Sculpla daily, and I only use it once a day, and I use it in the morning. I do not use it as a nighttime product. At nighttime, I'm using my retinol products. So during the day, though, I am using my Sculpla. In particular, I'm using Cavapla, and then the Sculpla Promoter Repair Cream that goes on top of it. Okay, Lori wants to know, I missed part about droopy eyelids. Okay, no problem. Neogenesis eye contour gel. Store it upside down, give it a few shakes. Put one stripe on the back of your hand to make sure that it's working. You've got the gel all primed and the balls all nice and wet with it, and then you apply it all the way up through the eyebrows to above the eyes and all around. Fabulous for droopy eyelids. Okay. Here's Francis says, I'm 61 with very deep crow's feet. What serum and cream would you recommend? For you, my friend, I recommend, again, the Promoter Repair Eye Cream. And then you also need Hydrotox. So Hydrotox is also made by Tove. It comes as a set. You get a detox, you get an exfoliating pads, and then you also get an eye serum. Well, not an eye serum, a face serum. And that face serum really goes after that glycation and deeper lines that people experience in their later 60s and 70s. So anytime in their 60s, really. So you would first put on your Scopula products, and then you put on the Hydrotox, and you're gonna be using Cavapla. So you're gonna use your Cavapla, you're gonna put on the Hydrotox, then you put on your Scopula Promoter Repair Cream, and you're gonna use your eye cream, right? Because Cavapla cannot go up in this area. It'll just make big puffy eyes. So Cavapla goes on, kind of avoiding that inner orbital bone. And then this product can go a little more in that area right there. So I recommend either doing my healthy aging coaching or just do the $30 customized protocol. Any of my estheticians can help you with that. And for your age and what you have going on, they'll send you the recipe to use Cavapla and Hydrotox together. Okay, next question if you have time. Okay, so her question is, this is Terry, wants to know, would Scopula help with vertical, this is horizontal, vertical necklines and sagging skin? So yes, Scopula is gonna help with that. Number one, most important thing that you can do is practice your ballerina. Pull a little string at the top of your head, practice ballerina neck, never slumping, because when we slump, the muscles back here get shorter and these muscles stretch out, and then you have this saggy stuff going on. So practicing your perfect ballerina posture, right? Think Katharine Hepburn, yeah. And so yes, Scopula is gonna help with all of that. Cavapla helps a lot with all of that. Frances says she's gonna do a consult. Great, Frances, I'll watch for you. Awesome. Now, just a quick note on the consultations is that I have them throttled a bit because we can only do as a team, we can only do so many each week. And we don't want you guys to buy one and then have to wait 2 weeks before we get back to you. So we've got them throttled down so that we can handle the ones that we get each week by the end of the week. So if you go to Customized Protocol and it says it's not in stock, notify me. Hit the notify me and put your email in there. And the minute it goes live again, you'll get an email saying, yep, there's more available, you can do it. It's the same with the Healthy Aging Consultation. I take a limited number of those each week. The Healthy Aging Consultation is me. You get to work with me, and I can only do so many of those per week. And so you'll want to put in your email address when it says notify me so that you can get it. I think actually this week, it never sold out this week. Some weeks it sells out really fast on the same day. I think this week it's probably still up and running. At least it was last time I looked. So you could probably go on there today and get a Healthy Aging Consultation. Diana says she signed up for the Healthy Aging Consultation. Looking forward to it so much. Wonderful. Francis says, no offense to your team, but I'm going to go with you. Well, I don't blame you. And that's why we have a separate one that's just for when you want to work with me. Now, when you work with me, just to understand my process with this is that it does not include a Zoom. It does not include a phone call. It's an email consultation. So I'm going to send you a form. You're going to fill it all out. You're going to take pictures for me, just quickie pictures with your cell phone, different angles of your face so I can get my eyes on your skin. And then I'm going to write a protocol up for you. I'm going to email it to you, and then you can email me back if you have questions or concerns about what I've picked out for you. But I also will let you know in there why am I choosing this or that in particular, and what what things we're really going after when you work with me. You do get one follow-up, so you get to check in once 5 or 6 weeks after you've started your protocol. You get to check in once, fill out a form, send me some more pictures, let me know how it's going, and we can fine tune it a little bit. Most of my clients buy a healthy aging consultation once per season. So every 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months, they're buying another one and then doing a little check-in. And that way we can keep changing your skin care as it's needed through the season and as your skin changes. And with different things going on in your life, we can assess what's working, what's not working. And sometimes, depending on the degree of aging or damage you have going on, sometimes I have you on a staggered approach. That means we might start you with one protocol, we'll call it like protocol A. And then when you complete those bottles of products, then we're gonna move on to protocol B, and it's maybe gonna be a little bit stronger. And we're gonna work through that. And when you finish that one, then we're gonna go to protocol C, and we're gonna use up all those products and then go on to the next. Unless you're having a reaction or a problem with the product, I never switch you up while you're still using the products that I first prescribed for you, because they're excellent and I want you to use those up. And sometimes we just need to go through a whole 6 to 8 weeks of a particular protocol and really strengthening and doing some great things for your skin. Then we go to the next level and we might add in a retinol or do some fine tuning to take it to that next level. So that's what I do with my healthy aging consultations. And okay, it looks like we did it. We got through the questions. I thought I was keeping it to an hour, but we're just over an hour. We're at an hour and 10 minutes. So I have one last question that just popped up here, and then that's going to be it for today, and we'll reconvene next week. This week our blog went out on peels. And so next week on Tuesday at 11:30, we're going to talk about peel. What does it mean to do a peel? What do you expect? Why would you want to do it? What kind of peel things do you want to use for different skin types? We'll have all those kind of questions coming in. All right, and now I'm going to get off of here. I need to go eat lunch. It's now in my time, 12:43. It's been wonderful talking with all of you. I hope that I helped to answer some of your questions about eye care and inspire you with your eyes. So have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.